Today's project is actually a really old project. This is something I built 10 years ago. Not even sure what to call it. It's half of a riding mower and half of another riding mower, and really stubby. It's kind of like a bar stool go-kart racer type setup. It's been sitting under covers in the back of the yard for 10 years. I haven't done anything with it, but I figured let's pull it out, fire it up, see if it'll fire up, start it up, go through it and just play around with it a little bit. So the back half was actually a rear engine riding mower, and it would have been about this long with little teeny tires out here and a little teeny single blade mower deck underneath it. Would have been a lot lower. The front half was a riding mower, like a typical riding mower, like something like this. So the steering front half was off something like that. I put them together with the axle kind of underneath you, and as you drive it, it kind of does wheelies. I think I did a pulley swap on the bottom and make it faster. I don't really remember. It's been sitting so long, but let's go through it. So you can see the steering. It's kind of like a curved rack and pinion, and it's straight up and down, so it feels like you're driving like an old school bus or something. I think I took the panel off of the original mower, put it here with the throttle. I didn't actually work up a gas pedal or anything. Really didn't think that was necessary. I don't know if you can see over here. Here's the brake slash clutch. So this is just to keep, I guess, water out of the engine, pine needles. You have your gear shift lever here, reverse and 5 forward. Let go of the clutch and you go that speed type of thing. You can kind of shift while you're moving. The oil actually looks brand new and right to the full mark, which is good. Because if I recall, after I built it, water got into it like months later, or maybe even a year later, and it had rusted the governor, so it wouldn't keep idle. So I took the whole engine apart and split it and actually cleaned the rust off the governor, if I recall. No gas. I put these little wheelie bars on here. I think I actually put them too low, so it didn't flip over, but it wants to just wheelie up immediately. So I think that these could actually be raised, or I should have made them adjustable. I think these are off a tiller or something. One of the most common things I see when these engines sit for a long time is the throttle will stick like in its position, like open or closed. And sometimes you can have a perfectly clean bowl and gas and everything's perfect except for just that throttle stuck. So I like just to take a look and open it up. And even with drained gas, I ended up with a little bit of residue at the bottom. Doesn't look like it really got into the needle or seat. So I think we can just spray that out and we'll be good. That actually looks like fuel stabilizer. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't smell like gas at all. I think that's fuel stabilizer actually in there. And in theory, it should run flawless. Okay, before we put gas in it or anything, let's just make sure it cranks. So it's the positive battery terminal and the negative's down there, but we can just hook to the frame anywhere. And then make sure that's not touching metal. We turn it to the on position. Should have battery power. Let's just see if it cranks. No. Do I need to push the brake? I don't remember. This might have to be. I might have to push the brake clutch. Nope. So this is the start relay. That's your positive. That goes to the starter. And then there's a little wire down here, black wire, that's our sense wire. So if we touch here to here, we should get it to the relay to click over. Okay, so the relay works. We're just not getting wire positive down to here. Like something chewed on it a little bit right there. It doesn't look like it's broken. So it should come from my key switch down to, I'm assuming, this, to make sure it's in neutral to start. So I'll clean those and we'll try that. I'm going to take the switch out really fast. I'm thinking that maybe it's not passing power. And kind of look at the pin out a little bit better. It's common for the contacts just to get corroded if water got in there. There are little like symbols by stuff. M, B for battery, starter. So this one should be starter right here. So if I take my multimeter, in this scenario I'm putting on diode test that actually beeps when these two contact each other. And if I go from my battery to my start, right there, then turn the key to, so my key's working. So I just got to trace it somewhere else. The connection was a little dirty, so now, oh, there we go. Alright, we just had dirty connections. Oh, she actually fired there for a second off of the carb cleaner. Let's put some gas in her and see what she'll do. We had a fair amount of oil flow into the cylinder over 10 years. It's dripping out of the muffler, so. Okay, Ginger's excited for this. You ready? Yeah, we're ready. That's not good. Have to see if we have another one. I think in the massive pile we found belts that are a little bit smaller, longer. We got 3 here that are actually, I think 2 of them are brand new. $3.99 from Skaggs Alpha Beta. That's an old store around here. Pulley to the transmission, pulley from the engine. Push the clutch pedal, loosens the belt. That's it. Brings back a lot of memories of why I put it away. It doesn't have a lot of top end speed, but its acceleration is amazing. You put it in, there's 5 forward gears, you put it in 4 or 5, I mean, it launches you. It might not feel like, or it might not show it on camera, but it just feels like it launches you. And the front end, you know, it only lifts up 4 inches, 5 inches, but it feels like it's lifting 1.5 feet, and the thing is just, because the wheelbase is so short, you know, it feels like it's just going to dump you on its lid. You know, it just feels like it's going to dump you backwards. And you got no steering when that happens. And then if you come down and brake too fast, the front end you actually tip over forward and you lose brakes on the back. It's a little distracting, but fun nevertheless, and nobody else has one. So I guess maybe I'll just go back in the back corner of the yard for another 10 years until I decide to play with it again. You ready? You want instructions? You just got it. Down here, this is your reverse dead man. In other words, you let go of it, you're dead because everything's engaged. You're going to hit whatever you're going to hit. You actually have to press it to be able to activate the brakes or the clutch. Okay? You see the throttle right here? This, keep it always towards the bunny. Never turtle. Bunny's good, turtle bad. Okay, you got it? What else? Right here, if you're feeling adventurous, you see how 5 is above and beyond? That's where the fun's at. 4, meh, 5, yes. Go. Go ahead. Come on. Get it. Come on.